Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to week 3 of WFO Truck Series. Coming to you from the fast and unforgiving Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The pressure's already building early in the season. These drivers already know every point matters as they battle for position in the standings. Las Vegas is a track that demands speed, precision, and tire management. Push too hard and it'll bite you. Play it smart and you just might find yourself in victory lane. Here in the cars last night, we had 7 cautions. There was a lot of rough night for a lot of guys. You know, it's just part of the thing. So we're going through here. They already qualify here? Holy crap, they already did. We're behind here. All right, well, tonight's action is probably brought to you by Burnt Bacon Motorsports and Eighmey Contracting. 2 names backing the intensity and competition you are about to witness on the track. As they roll out, we will be also doing The Grid by Superstar Radio Network. But that's not all. Superstar Radio Network is also putting a little extra incentive on the race tonight, awarding $5 to lucky leader of a secret lap. Timing will be everything, but no one knows exactly when that will come. So, keep your eyes on the track because strategy, speed, and a little bit of luck could make the difference here in Vegas. Let's fire them up. They're ready to go. They're already lining up. So I guess we're not doing the intro tonight because I was late. I was on time, but apparently I'm not on time. So we're going to go and go through the starting lineup and get this grid. So let me move this over here, move this over here, get things lined up so I can see what we're doing. All right, if I move that over there. Oh, you're not able to race again tonight, Ray? Come on. All right, so starting grid presented by Superstar Radio Network. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. Okay, there's my screen. Starting grid is once again sponsored by Superstar Radio Network. Turn it on, turn it up, something for everyone. Be sure to check them out at superstarradionetwork.com. On the grid tonight, now I lost my other screen. All right, there it is. Okay. On the starting spot tonight, you got Adam Matt's going to start in first tonight with Garrett Helminger to his outside. Richard Holland's going to be starting in 3rd place tonight with Tommy Haynes in 4th. Ricky Fagone will be starting in 5th with John Wimbish starting in 6th. Burt Wilson will be starting in 7th place tonight with Brad Patterson in 8th. Larry Eddy will be starting in 9th place with Nathan Shiflett. We're going to go Shiflett. Is going to be starting in 10th. Vern Bradley going to be starting in 11th place tonight with Aiden Young here tonight in 12th. Zachary Kreiser is going to be in 13th with Ronald Hall starting in 14th. Scotty Estep will be starting in 15th with Roy Geeson starting in 16th. Stephen Bryan's here tonight. He'll be starting in 17th. Chuck Sweeting is joining us here tonight in 18th. Travis Smith will be starting in 19th with TJ Lee starting in 20th. Glenn Jameson here tonight in 21st. Mike Mitchell is going to be in 22nd. Michael McCauley will be starting in 23rd with Paul Patterson in 24th. And Gary Wright is going to round out the track in 25th. that is our starting grid. We are going to get ready to go here. Once the pace car comes around, he will drop down into the inside, get out of their way, and we will kick this thing off. Let me get up here into the right thing. And we are green. Alrighty. Just getting my stuff situated here so I can announce properly. So Adam Matz out in front. Are my colors off? Is he not running an orange truck? What? So Adam Matz is. Adam Matz in the lead, Richard Holland in second, Garrett Helminger third. We got a slow truck on the inside there. That is Mike Mitchell. John Wimbish in fourth, Rick Vagone fifth. Tommy Haynes is going to be sixth. Burt Wilson currently in, well, Burt just moved up to sixth. Tommy Haynes in seventh, Brad Patterson eighth, Vern Bradley ninth, and Larry Eddy is going to round out your top 10. So already doing better than the cars did last night. Last night we only made it 2 laps before the first caution. No worries, Ray. Just picking on you a little. Just picking on you. All right, let's see if we can do. We can get the look of the vehicles. Look at this fancy truck. It's a little weird not seeing him in an orange truck. Like I say, I don't know if that's my well, I am a natural punching bag, so Adam going to the outside, Richard going to the inside. Looks like Adam's running a new sponsor tonight. Richard Holland, he's going to take the lead. He is in his standard 31 Milwaukee truck design. Garrett Helminger in the 1. Running the flight radar. See, now I'm starting to wonder if it's my... I know how we can tell. Where's Bert? Where's Bert at in this? Nope, my trading paints is on because Bert's got a special design. I don't know what it says. We'll get to it in a little bit. Melting Forest Mushroom Energy Drink. Okay. All right, so that is the colors of the vehicles. So, all right. Garrett Helminger running the number 1 Flight Radar 24 truck. Ricky Vagone in his number 10. Team ASE. John Wimbish running his Red Oak, number 56. Tommy Haynes running some Dots pretzels tonight. That fancy schnancy purple. That aluminum shiny purple. Well, let's go back here. Looks like he was making a move there. Making a move, going to the inside, going to get around Tommy Haynes. Or John Wimbish, I'm sorry. Tommy Haynes getting around John Wimbish. You got Brad Patterson in the 28. Also a shiny truck tonight. Look at that. The Gorilla Energy drink. And we were talking about it already, but you got Burt Wilson in that Melting Forest Energy drink shiny truck. He's getting past the outside there by Nathan Shiflett in a 57 Coors Light. Not to be mixed up there with Vern Bradley on the inside of that with that number 14 Alienware. Larry Eddy going to be back here in the number 4 running a Full Throttle Energy drink. And behind him you got Travis Smith in that 98 Budweiser truck. All right, we got Coors, we got Budweiser. We don't have Busch tonight. Do we have Miller somewhere in the lineup? Chuck Sweeting out here in that Purple Demon truck. I don't know why I called it Purple Demon, but that's what I'm going with. Aiden Young in that 69. Young Gun Creations. Stephen Bryan out here in Mimosa Motorsports Sirius XM number 18. Toy Story 5. TJ Lee out here running with his RGC Mortorsports Autism Awareness truck. And you got Glenn Jameson. He's out here in a Sour Patch reflective purple. And number 63. See if those Sour Patch Kids help him or hinder him tonight. And you got the 33 of Scotty Estep. Out there, it's just a black 33. Like, I don't need no stinking sponsors. I got this. Zachary Kreiser, he's out there in that 39 Chili's truck. Chili's baby back rib. Chili's baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce. All right, moving on back. We got Yahtzee. Yahtzee 96, Gary Wright. Ronald Hall back here in the number 8 with Hall Motorsports. Bartow, Florida. Looks like he's got a sponsor on the back of his truck. What is that right there? Oh, he's got the RGC Motorsports logo on the rear of his truck, on the bed, it looks like. It is. There it is. You can see it right there. RGC Autism Awareness logo. And you go back here, we got the 51 of Paul Patterson running the Buc-ee's and Coca-Cola truck. And we got the 35. The man with the name that I have been corrected. I said last night incorrectly. So we're going to say it correctly tonight, now that we've been corrected. Roy Geeson in that Flame VR 35. Out there running with everybody tonight. And then in 24, running out the track, you get the number 2. You know him, Mike Mitchell in that Sim Magic number 2. Jumping back out front here, we've got Richard Holland in the lead. He's got about a 0.15, 0.16 lead in front of Adam Matz right now. Going between 1st and 10th from the front to the back, it's about a 4.3 second difference from first to 10th. Just like that, we are almost at 20 laps already. Truck's handling a heck of a lot better than the cars did last night. Like I said, we had 7 cautions last night. Definitely changed up everybody's pit strategies and tires and all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes for everything tonight. Our biggest mover on the track right now is Travis Smith, currently up 10 spots tonight. Started 19th tonight. Just moved up another spot. So he's moved up 11 spots. He's now in 8th place. Still 4.5 seconds behind. But leading that second pack. Battling with Burt Wilson right there. You see Chuck Sweeting. TJ Lee hanging out in there. We got Brad up here kind of in between the 2 packs, but he's about 2 seconds behind the front group. So you see Adam Matz battling it with Richard Holland for first place. Definitely seem to be holding a lot better. You don't see the guys bouncing off the wall like you did last night, coming out of 1 and 2. These guys really had a rough time. Now, Ray, back to your comment about you can dish it. Like I said, I am a natural punching bag, so... And I'm the announcer. I'm supposed to be able to take crap. I mean, if I can't, what am I doing up here, right? I mean, you guys make fun of me. That's fine. I say things wrong. I do things wrong. I have things screwed up. I'm used to it. So, don't you worry about that. We are at 25 laps already. Oh, and we have a caution. I see the 4 sitting still on my track view, so let's pop in there. See if we can't see what happened. Previous crash. Oh, looks like he got into the wall. Yeah, let's go rear. Nope, we want to go front chase. All right, let's rewind that. See how it went down. You see the 4 coming into the corner. See him start going up, going up. See the 4 bounce up into the wall. All right, so back to TV1 in the session. You see everybody going into the pits. Ronald Hall and Mike Mitchell are going to stay out. Mike's going to get his lap back. Ronald Hall's going to stay out. It's like we got 28 laps. We're going to have another caution. That's what he's betting on, I imagine. So we're going to get him lined back up here again. All right, so you got Ronald Hall to the inside, Richard Holland to the outside, Adam Matz is going to be starting in 3rd, Garrett Helminger is going to be in 4th, Tommy Haynes 5th, Brad Patterson is going to be, John Wimbish is going to be 6th, Travis Smith is going to be 7th, Brad Patterson is going to be 8th, Aiden Young is going to be 9th, and Chuck Sweeting is going to be... Nope, Chuck's going to be 9th. Aiden Young's going to be 10th. Pace cars down. We got green. Ronald trying to take off. Looks like he's getting a little loose there, so guys behind him are going to check up probably a little bit. Richard trying to figure out where Ronald's going. Ronald going high. People are going to go low, try and get out of the way. They're going to go 3 wide. Ronald is going to find a spot to slide into. Back up front, you got Garrett Helminger in the lead. Adam Matz in 2nd. Richard Holland is third, but he's battling with Tommy Haynes right now. Tommy Haynes sticking to the inside. Richard Holland on the outside all by himself. Garrett Helminger and Adam Matt's going to jump up top and leave Tommy Haynes all by himself on the inside. Kind of a push and pull back and forth situation there. Go ahead and run in. Riding in here with Adam Matz right now. Jumping in with Richard Holland right now. Kind of seeing how their driving styles are changing, difference between the two. I've been here with Tommy Haynes for a moment. See Tommy kind of running that higher line coming into that corner. Trying to use that to his advantage to not burn up his tires as quick and try to maintain some momentum. Moving on back with John Wimbish. See him kind of fighting with his wheel there. So Adam Matt's currently still in the lead. Richard Holland running in second, Garrett Helminger third, Travis Smith trying to keep up. Looks like Travis making it through there. He's got Ricky Fagone behind him though. Tommy Haynes right there. Chuck Sweeting, John Wimbish. Richard Holland has taken the lead. We're at 52 laps. 52 laps, one caution tonight so far. Looky here, we got ourselves a special guest up here in the booth tonight.
I wouldn't say special. Maybe a mistake in the booth tonight.
How's it going, sir?
It's going. Different watching a race than racing it, so it's a little different change of pace.
Yeah. Welcome to my side.
Thanks.
It's not bad up here. It's pretty calm.
This is where we hope for Rexo, right?
I mean, you don't say that out loud.
Oh, I was muted, right? I mean, there's guaranteed one less caution without me out there, so that's a positive.
Well, you know, we've gone 56 laps. There's only been one caution so far tonight. You were in there last night. There were 7 cautions last night. So, I mean, I'm not saying you were the cause, but there's
I intimidate everyone. That's what it is. They feel like they got to stay ahead of me, and they just push it.
I mean, I can see that. I can see that. They don't want that Little Mermaid coming up the back end. So
they don't. It's terrifying. You don't want to be the one to say, "Hey, I lost to a Little Mermaid."
Yeah. Right now we got Richard Holland up in front, currently leading. Adam Matz in second. Garrett Helminger is third. Travis Smith in fourth. Aiden Young fifth. Ricky Fagone is going to be out there in sixth place. Adam Matt's going to the inside, going to try and make a challenge for Richard Holland. He's not going to have enough on that corner. Moving on back, we've got Tommy Haynes currently running in eighth. Nathan Shiflett is in ninth, and John Wimbish is going to round out top 10.
This is the part of the run that it starts getting really tight on you. For the first 10, 15 laps, it's pretty much wide open. Then after that, it just, flip of a switch, it just starts to tighten up on you. And that's when you're starting to see them space out, because just handling's becoming an issue now. And who saved tires and who didn't, that's what you're kind of seeing right now.
And how many laps roughly are they going to get on tires tonight? or on fuel?
Fuel should be about 45 laps. Tires, they actually wear pretty quick. In practice, we were going in 15 lap runs. We were about down close to 20%, if not a little bit more on tires. So some people may need tires before they need fuel. If I was out there, I'd be needing the tires before the fuel. So there's a couple guys in that same boat as me that we don't know how to save tires. So definitely be interesting to see how it plays out, because I think you may run out of tires with that early caution. You may have a few drivers that may come into a bind here towards the end.
Well, a lot of these guys, they got 32 laps, 33 laps on their tires right now, so they're getting to that point where they're going to be getting ready to go in for another caution or another pit stop here shortly. Adam Matz and Richard Holland have managed to put quite the gap between them and Garrett Helminger. Garrett's about a second and a half behind them. So they've managed to put a nice gap in between those two, and I'm sure they're okay with that.
They're not going to complain. Even Travis is coming on too. He saved his tires in the early run, and he's definitely starting to make some gains here.
Gonna make a push to the outside there, not quite there on that corner. We got Ricky Fagone in the top 10 up here right now too. He's trying to make a move to try and get the 5th spot. Trying to take it away from Aiden Young. Aiden Young getting a little loose on the outside there, so.
That's the problem with 3 and 4. 3 and 4 gets so tight, you put so much wheel into it, and on exit, it just wants to get loose on you.
And Ricky took that spot. Ricky now in the top 5. Travis making a move. Too. He's going to take that spot. You're not giving up. Ricky's going to come up behind both of them. You're going to take that spot back.
Yeah, with Garrett running that higher lane that he's not able to, Travis isn't able to finish the exit there. That's why it's a little harder to pass, especially being tight there. He's got to get out of the gas.
Meanwhile, the gap between second and third is almost to a 2-second gap now. Ricky Fagone moving to the inside, going to try and make another move.
Nope, now Travis is going to make that move. On that spot. Now if Travis does a slide job here, he may get him. Yep, Travis is going to clear him.
We are halfway through tonight's race. Garrett looking to peek the inside, but Ricky's going to the inside. He's going to try and take that spot away from Garrett. He is going to do it. That was tight. It's tight, but he managed to do it. Garrett's going to go back to the inside, try and get that spot back. Ricky is going to close that door and say, not right now. You got Ricky and Travis starting to pull away from those two. A little bit, not a lot.
Looks like Adam actually started closing that gap on Richard again.
Richard appears to be running away from him. Got some trucks starting to call out pits, so we're going to start seeing some green lap pits going on right now. They got about 40 laps on their tires, most of these guys.
They'll have to make one more stop after this.
I'm sure some of these guys will hope for a caution. Other ones are hoping for it to stay green. Richard Holland out there, he's all by himself. Right where he wants to be, out front, all alone.
He's used to that feeling. Just seeing everybody in his mirror.
You got the guys coming out of the pits. Could cause issues for the other racers as they come out, depending on how they come out. Richard growing that gap. He's almost got 2 seconds on Adam now at this point. Richard getting out there in that clean air and just running. Sure, he's definitely feeling better tonight than he was last night.
Yeah, last night what he was about third, fourth most of the night.
He got wrecked out in second place.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That is the one nice thing with season 17. You're allowed 2 drop races this season. So if you have a bad finish, you can almost say that's not going to count against your points there. That is the one benefit. You're allowed 2 bad races. So Richard kind of used his 1 mulligan already of the season.
Now, do they officially have to choose like when it happens, or can they wait till later to choose that?
So it'll go at the end of the season. If you do 10 races, if you do all 10 races before the playoffs, your 2 worst races will be automatically dropped.
Oh, okay.
So if you miss 2 races, then you don't have your drop races. So
Gotcha.
instead of doing provisionals or that kind of stuff, it changes it a little bit, and obviously wins don't get you in anymore either.
Those of you that don't know, Mr. McCulley here is one of the main admins of this league. He's also the main recruiter for this league. Does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, runs Facebook, runs the recruitment sessions, pretty much runs the league. Sets up all the races for these races and everything, and kind of does it all. He's a Swiss Army knife in the background.
Just the broadcast part broke out of the Swiss Army knife.
We're working on putting it back in right now.
Yeah. I'm still searching for that screw. Yep, I think we got a bunch of guys going to pit right here.
And with that running all alone, all by himself, Richard Holland is going to get the winner of that mystery lap, which I completely missed.
I did too. I forgot what lap we were on.
It was lap 72. So Richard Holland is going to get $5 into his iRacing account from the Superstar Radio Network. Go check them out. SuperstarRadioNetwork.com. Lots of different lots of different music you can choose from. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Not sure if something happened with maybe his engine. I'm not sure. I'm seeing him with a meatball flag. It sounds
39.
like he's coasting it.
He might have ran it out of gas. Sometimes I think if you ran... No, or he could have blew a tire. If you blow a tire, you'll get the meatball flag. He might have abused his right front. We'll see if he comes off the pit road.
Definitely didn't blow his engine. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, I think with him missing his pit stall, I think he definitely blew a right front, so... That'll give you the nice meatball flag there. I've seen that a couple times from blown tires.
Gotcha.
Kind of my expertise
that
right
would make
there.
sense because I've seen several times where people have gotten a meatball flag and then all of a sudden they're back out. And it's like, wait a minute.
Yep, that's for the blown tire. So he
So-
definitely used his right front, all of it. And Richard's now down pit road. I think we're going to see everybody else follow suit here now.
Chuck Sweeting's going to stay out, get the lead, get another lap around. Travis Smith's going to stay out with him. Oh no, Travis Smith is going in. Sorry. Aiden Young is in. Garrett Helminger's in. So Chuck's going to be out there running around by himself right now.
I don't think he can push it to save enough fuel to make it on one more, make it this his last stop, but Chuck's known to work some magic.
Oh, he's coming in this time. Coming in a little hot, looks like there. Trying to get her slowed down coming in. That's going to put Adam Matz out there in the lead when he gets around there. Unless Chuck can get back out before Adam comes around, but I don't think Chuck's going to be up to speed enough to stay out in front of him.
Nope, he's not even rolling yet. Adam's got a huge lead on Richard too, so he must have short pitted. I didn't see what lap he pitted, but he must have came in several laps before Richard.
He did. So he came in on lap 8 laps ago, and Richard was in 2 laps ago. So
That's how much new tires makes a difference here. Yeah, what's he got about?
got about almost a 6-second gap in front of
Yep.
Richard right now. But Richard is slowly taking that down. Tommy's got about a second behind Richard. Ricky's got about 2 seconds behind Tommy. TJ Lee right there, he's got about a 0.7 gap behind Richard. Ricky, I'm sorry. Travis Smith, 2 seconds behind TJ. Brad Patterson, he's running right there. Getting a little loose there.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just got loose. If you actually look at Brad's truck, I didn't realize this. I thought it was black. It's actually a brownish bronze or brown, brown copper color.
Oh,
Did
it
not
looked
know
red
that.
to me.
It's got red on it.
Let's go back to the zoom in. Oh yeah, it is copper. Yep, red and copper.
Definitely a different color, we don't see out on the track.
Gonna guess that Bert painted that one.
Yep. Just like Bert did his today as well.
Well, I think Bert did his. He did. Who else did he do? He did another one too. I saw out there. Because I saw another. Well, he did Glenn's.
And Tommy's, Burns.
That's who it was. Tommy has the other one.
Yep.
Oh, there's another. Somebody else has another energy drink.
You need a paint, that's your guy.
Let's go through the list here. So you got Adam Matz out front with a new. He's running a new paint scheme tonight. Totally throwing me off. Got Richard Holland out there and Ricky Fagone, Richard's teammate. Richard's teammate. Jeepers, criminy sakes. Tommy Haynes currently running 4th. TJ Lee in 5th. Travis Smith out there in 6th place. Brad Patterson. That is for sure one of the paint jobs done by Burt Wilson. John Wimbish out there in 8th place. Nathan Shiflett, he's out there. He's making a move. Getting around some lap traffic. Chuck Sweeting right there behind him. Moving right up. Garrett
Got
Helminger.
precious tires.
Oh, looks like Bert just tagged the wall a little bit there. Bert getting caught up. He's 3 wide right now. Melting Forest Mushroom Energy Drink.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Don't know that I want to try it.
I think it's got mushrooms in it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I know there was another one when we were going through these earlier. Somebody else had an energy drink.
Well, the showers aren't in here tonight. Normally they have energy drinks on theirs.
Yeah, I'm not sure, I guess. I'm not sure, but anyways, Adam Matt's out there in front still. Richard Holland gaining fast. He's got it under 2 seconds now. Meanwhile, Ricky's falling back. Well, he's actually, no, he's catching up too. They're kind of all out there individually in their own clean air-ish right now.
Your top 3 spread out, and then you got the whole pack behind them. Adam actually just went around with Roy, one of the new drivers that just joined WFO this week. Definitely welcome him aboard.
Yes, Roy Geeson. I was trying to guess it last night. I guessed it wrong. I was saying Geisen.
I would have butchered it. Yeah, that's probably what I would have said, so.
Travis Smith moving the inside to Tommy Haynes. Yeah, Richard has managed to catch up to Adam. We'll go to the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. Chick, chick, wah. Chicka, 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 chick, wah. He is going to get around Adam, and off he will go.
You're going to see a bunch of strategy. I think this last stage of people short pitting it because they can make it from here now. So I think you might start seeing some strategy pop up.
Mets win. What are you talking about, Bender? This is racing.
Bender?
Yeah. Bender's in the chat.
There's no way.
I'm reading it.
Oh shit, the Mets win. I tried to make a bet with Bender at work today, telling him that the Mets were going to win and not go on a 13-game losing streak. He didn't want to take that bet with me.
And just like that, Richard is a second ahead. So go back here to the battle of sixth place. 5th place. Tommy Haynes trying to take it away from TJ. Vern trying to push his way in there. Make it 3 wide. Vern's got Chuck behind him trying to help push him through. Vern's going to drop down in front of TJ. TJ's going to lose 3 spots out of that. Vern now in 5th, Chuck in 6th, Tommy in 7th, and TJ in 8th. Out of that group, Tommy running the oldest tires. Chuck got the newest tires. Chuck and Vern making a push. They're now got about a half-second gap in front of Tommy.
In front of the hornet's nest.
Mm-hmm.
How many laps does TJ have on his tires? I think he was one of the early
TJ's
ones.
got 23 on his. He's got 2 laps newer of Adam, Tommy.
Looks like he's definitely fighting a tight truck right now. Tight in, loose off.
He's definitely fallen back since we found him in 5th. He's now dropped back to 14th. He's really not having some good luck in this group right here. Bert gonna push into the back of Glenn Jameson. Looked like he was gonna try and make a run to the inside, but Glenn kind of cut him off.
Yep, we got some drivers already pitting now. Short pitting it. Ricky actually pit it now. He's actually coming off pit road, so yeah, definitely some strategy already starting to pop up. I'll be curious how this holds out with Ricky, how much of a lead he'll have on everybody, because he should take the lead once it cycles through.
As long as he doesn't get caught up too much in the traffic, he should be okay. But if he ends up getting stuck in traffic,
Yeah, he doesn't want to burn his stuff up either early, so yeah, the more fresh air he has, the better. We got Adam Matt's pitting now too. I don't know if Ricky might not leapfrog him then with Adam pitting this early.
not going to leapfrog him a lot, but he's going to leapfrog a little bit. Just went past. Richard Holland holding out there. Now with Adam dropping in, he has a 8-second gap between him and Travis Smith. Burns up to 3rd. Chuck running right behind him.
So here's the battle off pit road. So Ricky is going to get ahead of Adam. See how long Ricky can hold on to that.
Ricky out there in some clean air, so he should be able to kind of go along and go alone for a while. And
yep, here comes Richard too. I don't know. That one I don't know if that was enough laps there for Ricky to get ahead of Richard. That actually might force a lot of hands too for other drivers to pick because they're going to lose more and more ground. Yeah, 96 just came down pit road.
see, 31 is moving again. It looks like Ricky's gonna have enough to get around him. But it's not gonna last very long.
It might last 5-10 laps, if that. 'Cause Richard's going to stay ahead of Adam here. Brad Patterson on pit road right now.
Travis Smith out there maintaining the lead at the moment. Vern Bradley running second. Chuck Sweeting third. Aiden Young is fourth. John Wimbish currently running fifth, but he just called out that he's going to pit this next time around, so he's going to fall down some. So we'll run around out here with Travis Smith right now out in the lead. Vern Bradley trying to chase him down.
Got 3.5 second gap right there.
Ricky's still running in 12th place right now. A lot of people need going in the pits in front of him though, so.
He's got about a 4-second gap ahead of Richard right now. I actually need to go out and run a quick lap so I get scored for tonight.
Oh geez, there's that guy. He's gonna come. You're running a Ram?
I am.
What the hell?
Powder Puff Girls.
Look at it. There he is right there. Pulling triple duty.
People might got excited there, like, oh, we're going to have a caution here. We're going to have a caution.
Were you speeding?
I was, but I realized I had actually passed my pit stall because I wasn't going to run a full lap if I didn't do that. But I did get speeding.
Well, we got Travis Smith still out in the lead right now. Travis Smith first, Vern Bradley second, Chuck Sweeting third, Nathan Shiflett is currently in fourth, Burt Wilson fifth, TJ Lee is sixth, Garrett Helmlinger in eighth. Where'd seventh go?
Seventh should be Aiden Young. Should be.
No, I've got, let's see, Ricky is seventh, Richard Holland is eighth, Garrett Heimlinger is ninth, and Adam Matz is currently 10th. That is weird. I was looking at the top 10 on my overlay, and it goes first, second, third, fifth, sixth, fourth, eighth, seventh, ninth, and 10th. It can count.
Surprising.
Let's throw it to 5, see what it does. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, let's try back at 10th. No, it's still all over the place. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. We're gonna leave it on the top 5. Travis Smith, Vern Bradley, Chuck Sweeting, Burt Wilson, TJ Lee, 1 through 5. Got Travis battling some lap traffic right now. Vern right there behind him. As is Chuck.
I think they're hoping on a caution right now, but they're soon going to have to pit.
Vern going around the inside of Travis.
Chuck's going to get around Travis as well.
.35 of Roy Geeson. He is kind of in the way a little bit at the moment. You got the, who is that? That is 28, I think it was.
Wow, Brad's making moves, going to make it a 3 wide there. You can tell who has fresh tires.
Vern is now the leader. Currently running first place. He's led 2 laps now tonight. John Wimmish comes flying up behind him. John wants to get around. Vern's currently on 40 laps on his tires. Chuck Sweeting on 38. Travis Smith has got 39, and Burt Wilson's got 42. TJ Lee running on 45 laps on his tires right now.
That's impressive.
Holding on to 5th place.
Richard actually may, before they pit, depending what lap these guys pit, he may get the whole way around them. Chuck's all over Vern right now.
Richard's got about 7 seconds from the front of the pack, so
I think he'll get there. They have to pit, but
Chuck gonna take the lead away from Vern. Like, thank you, but no thank you. I'm gonna take this. Glenn Jameson coming running right up with brand new tires. Chuck taking the wall a little bit that time around.
flip it, that's rare.
We have 10 laps to go. Can they do it? Somebody's
39.
disappointedly pitting.
The 39 can't. I'm impressed how long they've stretched it here.
So it'd be interesting to see. Are they hoping for a caution so they can get a splash and dash? Or do they have enough to make it? Or are we going to see them cross the finish line and run out of fuel? TJ Lee is going to have 50 laps since he was last in the pits.
He's on now.
Oh, he just went in? Okay.
So Chuck could make it because he had 51 laps to go when he pitted, so he has a chance to make it.
We got 7 laps. That would put him at 50 laps, so it's very possible.
He's got a shot.
We have Vernon second with 45 laps and Burt with 47. Richard's back up there. He's got 19 laps.
What's the gap between Chuck and Richard right now? 6 seconds?
Chuck and Richards is 4 seconds and closing.
Depends how Richard gets through this lap traffic. I mean, I don't know if they're going to hold him up too much, but any little bit's going to help Chuck here.
Yeah, Richard's down to about a 3.8 now. .3. Gonna be catching Burt here in a moment. Trying to take over that 3rd spot. He's got it down to 3 seconds between him and Chuck. We have 5 laps to go. I don't know. I don't know if Richard's got enough to catch Chuck. Nope. Bert's going into the pits, so that's going to give Richard 3rd.
And Vern's coming
Vern's
in, so yeah,
going
Richard's he's going to have clean air now.
He's going to have clean air, and he's going to have Chuck to catch. Question is, can Chuck make it? We have 4 laps to go. He's got 46 laps on his tires. 47.
Under 3 seconds. Well under 3 seconds.
Yep. Which is at 2.5 and closing. Chuck catching up some lap traffic, so that's not going to help him. Unless he can make this smooth transition.
If he can get around him smoothly, just put an extra truck in between them, just any little bit helps him here. Richard didn't gain as much that lap that he normally has been gaining.
No, he's actually fallen back. He had it down to a 2.5. Now he's over 2, so...
Coming 2 to go. That's going to be close. He needs a second a lap here.
I don't think it's going to be enough. Unless Chuck happens to run out of fuel. At the last moment, that would give him a chance to try and catch up and try and cross first, but I don't know. That's a 2.5, and it's not closing very quick, so I don't know. Chuck's out there running clean air. Richard's got people to get around.
I think Chuck's going to hold on to it.
Yep, Chuck's coming around the last corners right now.
As long as it doesn't sputter here.
He's got it. Richard's going to get second. And oh my Lord, we're going to have to talk to Ricky.
Oh no. Does he have enough to do a burnout? He does.
Oh, there it is.
It's out.
He's out. He just ran out of fuel. Alrighty. Well, let's see. There's top 10 results. Chuck Sweeting, Richard Holland, Ricky Fagone, Adam Matz, Travis Smith, Aiden Young, Brad Patterson, John Wimbish, Tommy Haynes, and Glenn Jameson. There's your top 10. Your biggest gainer going to be Chuck Sweeting, starting 18th, finishing first. Travis Smith started 19th, finished 5th, up 14 spots. All right. Well, let's see. So, I don't think he knows he's coming up here. So, we're going to pull him up here, and
He doesn't have a choice.
he doesn't have a choice. Because we're going to make him come up here since he decided he wanted to take third and has to be up here tonight. Ricky Fagone, you got a copy?
Well, that's apparently that's all I can get. It's third. I tried.
You did. You did. I mean, you had 32 laps on your tires. Richard had 26, and Chuck had 50. So,
Yeah. Well, we had once we made the decision to short pit it, I figured that was the only way I was going to be able to beat Richard and Adam. So that was why I made the pit stop when I did. And crossing my fingers, my toes, testicles, whole fucking works, hoping the caution didn't come out because that would have changed everything for everybody up front there. Whoever would sitting around waiting for a caution to come out, and then just wait, not pit, they'd have come out, probably won this race. So lucked out, worked out.
it did. It did. You were kind of all over in the battle there tonight. Started 5th and in 3rd, up 2 spots, but in general, I mean, you were all around throughout the track tonight and steady race. You were up there in 2nd at one point, and then
Yeah, I had a bad pit stop, my second one. I think I slid through my box and
I hate
lost
it when
a
you
bunch of
slide
track
through the
position.
box.
Might have been my first pit stop. I slid through the box and lost 7 or 8. I managed to get back some of them and just stayed out through all the pit stop cycles and tried to wait as long as I could. But I pitted right at the last second, like a lot of people, and they went an extra lap. So it was down to the 75, or what number was Travis tonight? The 98. I don't know if that's his regular number now or what, but yeah, it worked out. Got a podium, got a good finish. I know I've burned through all my mulligans already in the first 4 races, so clean race. I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely a lot better than last night. You had 1 caution tonight, 7 last night, and 25 trucks starting. I think let's see, 21 finished. So
Yep. Good finish, good solid finish for Richard and I know he's going to be kicking rocks again because he finished second. I guess probably burns his bubble more than it does.
He can't complain too.
He
Can't blame too much because last night he was in second and got wrecked out. So I mean, at least he stayed in second tonight.
Right.
So.
Well, if anybody had played the same strategy that those guys I mentioned earlier, Chuck, Travis, I don't know who else was in it. Garrett, I know, was one of them. If they could have played it right, they have been a little closer to the leader. It probably would have worked. I got an extra lap, but I knew I couldn't save, so I had to do what I did.
Well,
You had to
sir,
go out and go fast for a bit.
go fast. I mean, that's the point of racing, right?
That's right, Brazy.
Is there anybody
That
you'd
is
like to
right.
thank?
Absolutely nobody.
Okay.
I'll give a shout out to Richard and Garrett and DJ and all the fellas that there that hang out. I don't even know if they're in the Discord during the race. We don't say a whole lot, but no, Garrett was. But yeah, I want to thank them and thank you for broadcasting, and Vern McCully and all the drivers here at the league. Good league. So look forward to coming again and trying the next time. So I don't even know where we race, but look forward to it.
You're at Phoenix next week. There's one of your drop races, so you have to make up for
it. Just ruined my week already, McCully. Yeah, well, we'll see you there, I guess. Probably somewhere walling around in the infield.
All right, sir. Well, congratulations on P3 tonight, and we'll hopefully see you back up here again soon.
All righty, man. Thank you very much.
All right. Next up, the man who's actually sitting in the waiting room right here. Sitting in the waiting room ready to go. Mr. Chuck Sweeting. No. That's the winner. I grabbed the wrong guy. I grabbed the wrong guy.
Rookie
mistake here. Well, hold on for 1 second there, sir. I'll be right back with you.
All right.
Don't talk.
How embarrassing. Where'd he go? He's moving on me. They're moving around on me. Richard Holland, the guy that I was supposed to bring up here. Do you have a copy?
I got you, Brazy. What's happening?
I grabbed Chuck on accident. Well, a little better finish tonight.
Yeah, we didn't get caught up in a mess there on like 20 laps into the race, so that helps.
And you finished tonight's race, so that's good. And second place, 25 trucks, second place. You had most of the laps. You and Adam were leading, and Chuck just managed to hold out just enough to keep you away, keep first place just out of reach.
Yeah, Chuck decided to save fuel on that last run, and I kind of doing the calculations. I didn't think anybody could make it, and and I said, I'm going to stick to my strategy. And we were really, really strong on a long run. And I just felt like having that tire advantage and being good on a long run, we'd be in really good shape. And then when it come out and, we started making laps in that last run and we get to like the halfway point, it was like, wow, like, are these guys really going to be able to make it? And we were kind of putting the math to it and like, nah, there's no way. And then just people started pitting. But then there was Vern who lasted a long time, and I'm like, ugh, you never know. And then I'm like, that damn Chuck is out there. I know Chuck is really good at saving fuel, and I'm like, oh my God, he wouldn't be hanging out this long if he wasn't committed to it.
Right.
So that was when I knew. I was like, oh man, those guys might be able to make it. So yeah, I drove like hell trying to get back to him, and I got within a second right there at the end, but I needed one more lap probably, maybe two, but.
Well, 2 he would have been out of fuel.
That's why I say I needed one more lap, maybe 2.
He got about a spin and a half out there and out in the finish line. So he ran out at that point, and just enough to do what he needed to do. So
yeah, I told him on the track he stole this one from us tonight, but man, we was so good on the long run. Just I felt like if it stayed green, I felt like we had a huge advantage on the field, and it did, and it just stayed green, and I felt really, really good about the truck and the setup and the way it felt, and we were able to drive away from them there, and then this Chuck's strategy became a reality, and I was like, oh, that one hurts a little bit. So finishing second after having such a good performance, and in the truck driving so well and being out front and having what I felt like was the winning strategy is just heartbreaking sometimes, but
Well,
we'll take it.
definitely a night and day race compared to last night. I mean, last night 7 cautions, tonight 1, so completely different races.
Yeah, last night I felt like the car didn't exactly handle the greatest, and I felt like there was a lot of people driving over their heads last night. There was a lot of it. I saw a lot of driving, a lot of people hitting the walls and getting loose, and there was a lot of that. But I mean, it was fun. It was good racing where I was at and stuff. Um, but yeah, that's what it looked like. But yeah, these guys just put on a hell of a show, and one caution, mile and a half, 130 laps. Can't beat it.
Well, sir, is there anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys, for putting on this thing, doing the broadcast for us, Brazy. We appreciate it. Welcome back. I want to thank Hal, Eighmey Contracting, and everybody that sponsors this truck series, the Burnt Bacon series, I think it's called. I want to thank them and Macaulay and Vern, Hal, everybody that has anything to do with running the league. I appreciate them guys for doing it for us, like I say every week. So thank my teammates Rick and TJ and Garrett running with us. Aiden even came running with us tonight. That was pretty cool. We haven't seen him in a while. So yeah, just thanks to everybody, the whole field, man. It was good racing.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna ask my co-host that I got tonight up here. You got any extra questions, thoughts?
What's the strategy to win next week?
Where are we next week?
We're at Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah. Talk to Chuck. Chuck owns that place.
Well,
He's got that one in his back pocket.
We'll be here in a second, so we can definitely do that.
Yep. You gotta ask Chuck. Have him give all of us our pointers. I'll be listening.
Well, congratulations on P2 tonight, and we will see you back up here again, I am sure. So have yourself a wonderful evening. We'll talk to you again later.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Good run.
Thank you.
All right, now
Take 2.
Now we're going to grab the right person. Make sure I grab the actual right person.
Nope, that's Richard.
Yeah. Mr. Chuck Sweeting. You got a copy again, sir.
I got you.
Well, how's it going?
That was so funny. You stuck me back down in there, and all I heard from Richard was "son of a bitch," and then you pulled him up there. Yeah, I think he was a little frustrated that that one got away from him. But yeah, I had to work for that. That I was saving from the last caution. Every corner I was shutting it off, so it paid off barely, but it paid off.
Able to get a spin and a half out there on the finish line.
Yeah, I had a 1/10 of a gallon left when I crossed the start finish line. I just coasted all the way around and was able to do a little bit of a burnout, but not much.
Well, you had a strategy. It worked out for you. It irritated a couple of the other drivers, but you know what? Doesn't matter because you the one that won. So definitely, definitely a great strategy.
Richard's so good in these trucks that I probably wouldn't have been able to just outrun him straight up. So I just thought I'd try it, and there was a couple of points where I didn't think I had enough fuel, but I just kept saving, and it worked out. But yeah, he and I have had a lot of close races over the years, and this was another one that just it wasn't straight up racing; it was fuel for me. So it was a lot of fun though. Truck, I didn't like the truck in practice, and then the more I ran it in the race, the more I liked it, and it was a lot of fun to drive. Everybody drove really well and gave room and put on a good race. So I hope the fans enjoyed it.
Absolutely, and it was Great run by you. You started out in 19th, up 17th, or no, you started 18th, up 17 spots, finished first out of 25 trucks. So
Yeah, I'll tell you
overall,
why I did that. I watched your broadcast last night because I couldn't make the race, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just start in the back tonight because these guys are being kind of wild. And then we had a clean race tonight,
yeah,
so you never know what you're gonna get.
no, no, you don't. And it seems like the vehicles handle so much different week to week, and some nights the cars are good and the trucks are not as great, and other times the trucks are great and the cars are just all over the place. So last night was one of those nights where the cars were just everywhere and including the walls and in the air, and just trucks were not that way, and much more of a smooth race tonight. So
Yeah, iRacing I think has done some big updates with the aero packages on the cars because I raced at Michigan in the Gen 4 the other day, and man, the aero you get behind somebody or get beside somebody, and it changes the handling of the car to get tight. If you get behind them, somebody gets on your bumper or on your right side, you just practically spin out. So they're a handful, but so I don't know. We just all got to get used to it a little bit better. And but tonight's race was nice and clean. So
absolutely. Well, is there anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
yeah, thanks Michael and Vern for all the work they do. Thank you for putting on an awesome broadcast, and thanks to Hal for supporting the league. Eighmey Contracting's been with the league since I started with the league, so really appreciate their support and miss seeing him out on the track. And thanks to the fans for tuning in.
Mr. McCully, you got anything else?
Yeah, we're working on getting Hal back. I keep texting him here and there, trying to see what we can do to get him to come back. So hopefully
I'd
one of
love to
these,
see him back.
hopefully one of these nights we can get him to come back, even if it's one night or something. Hopefully we can get him to come back.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
No, I think one thing we're going to offer in the league is a Chuck training session of how to conserve fuel. So you have to tell me what night's free for you, and we're going to have a Chuck training session.
You got to program a button on your wheel if you got buttons on your wheel,
Yeah.
and push that clutch in and shut it off. That's all you got to do. You just got to do it over and over and over again.
Like I said, I was even telling Brazen, I was like, I don't think there's any way when you pit, I was like, I don't think there's any way he can make it. Nope, sure enough, you proved me wrong. So
Yeah, it kind of helped me follow and burn for a while because there's so much draft with these things, and so I could shut it off in the corners, and he'd pull 2, 3 car links on me, and then the draft on the straightaway would get me caught back up to him. So I think if it hadn't have been for that, I don't know if I'd have made it or not. If I'd have been having to push air the whole time, it'd have been tough.
I think next week you better qualify though. It's what Phoenix is kind of your playground. So
Yeah, I like that track. I don't know how good I'll be there. We'll see what the setup's like, and go from there. But yeah, I'll probably qualify. Just short tracks, you need to kind of be up front if you can be. So we'll
yeah,
see how it goes.
eh, congrats on the win. Like I said, that was a heck of a strategy to pull that off. So congrats on that.
All right, I appreciate it. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
Alrighty, sir. Congratulations on P1, and we will talk to you later.
All right, thanks.
Well, Mr. McCully, any final thoughts?
I don't got to do this for about 2 more years. So no, it was a good race. Like I said, it was. You don't know what you're going to get with the trucks. Like compared to the cars, the trucks are a little bit sometimes more easier to handle. But then with that, you get more confidence. So you see more aggressive. Sometimes you do see more wrecks in the truck series just because you have that more confidence that you have more control. So no, it's definitely impressive to see one caution early going and it stayed caution free the rest of the race. So hats off to everybody for keeping it clean the whole way. But that was a good race and looking forward to Phoenix. I used to like Phoenix, so we'll see how that goes. Sometimes it's one of those tracks that's a love-hate relationship, so we'll see what it'll be next week, if it'll be one that I love or one that I hate.
Well, I am glad to have you up here tonight. Hopefully we can get you back up here again, but in the car and in an interview. So
We'll try. I mean, I'll save some fuel. We'll try something here.
all right. Well, on behalf of WFO Racing Network, all of excuse me, puberty time apparently. Anyways, WFO Racing Network, Burnt Bacon Racing League, right? Did I say that right? No, I don't think I did.
Truck series.
Burnt Bacon Motorsports. That's what I was looking for. Eighmey Contracting, Superstar Radio Network, and all of the drivers. Most of all, I want to thank all of you out there on the other side watching this. I apologize. We try to do our best to make it somewhat entertaining and as much entertaining as we can. And hopefully you enjoy it. If you did, hit that like, subscribe, notification so you get notified next week when we go live again. And like I was starting to say and sidetracked myself, but as I was starting to say, on behalf of WFO Racing Series, WFO Racing League, gosh darn brazen, get the freaking words right. WFO Racing League, Burnt Bacon Motorsports, Eighmey Contracting, and Superstar Radio Network, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. We will catch you back here again next week for Phoenix. And until then, have a wonderful night, wonderful week. And later on, everybody.
Later.